Thank you for sharing some time with me today and trying to help improve your business.
Absolutely.
Most definitely. If you don't mind me asking, tell me a little bit about your job and who all you oversee.
Well, Jay, I am a director of transportation in here in Louisville, and I have 7 direct reports. All those folks in some shape or fashion are salespeople.
Sure.
Some are more sales focused than others, but I have operations and a sales team.
That's awesome. And you mind me asking how many offices that is?
I have one office that I am responsible for.
You have
we
one
as a company have 15 field offices.
Wow, that's awesome. And I'm assuming they're located throughout the United States.
They are.
All over.
They are.
That is excellent. If you don't mind me asking, how often do you all drink water or coffee or sodas or anything like that throughout the day? Because I know now people bring their water bottles in, they're drinking coffee all the time. I'm sure you have a cup of joe every day.
Sure do. Every morning we usually go through about a pot of coffee a day.
Sure.
There's a couple of us that drink coffee out of the office there. But right now we're bringing water bottles in, like you had mentioned.
Sure.
Some folks bring it in, but I also like to provide it for my employees as well. So we have a refrigerator and things.
That's excellent.
With water and stuff in it. So.
Okay, and so that's what you do is you go out and buy bottles.
We sure do.
Put in your.
We sure do. We don't. We do have a sink in our office, and we use it for our coffee,
Okay.
Of course, and then we have our bottled water in the fridge.
Sure. And so you're using tap water to do your coffee and I guess you could say tea needs as well.
Yes.
Some people do drink.
Yes.
Well, that's excellent. Have you ever been approached by anyone who has something that is better to offer in terms of have you been approached by someone who provides a much better water?
You know, as a matter of fact, we haven't.
You haven't?
No, we have not.
With all the growth that I've been seeing, I'm surprised that you haven't been approached by someone else, another supplier, because it seems as though you have a great need for water.
Yeah, well, I mean, we really go out and just buy it and bring it in. So.
Sure. And would you say that that's kind of a hassle for you to go out and buy it?
Absolutely. I mean, I have to send a guy out, and the store, it's only across the street, but still, it is. It's him having to leave, and that's
Most definitely.
not productive, and it doesn't bring any revenue to my bottom line.
And so it would be safe to say that productivity and your profit margins are being hampered by the situation that you're currently in.
Yeah, I mean, if it's not much.
It's not
yes,
a lot.
Yes.
But you could definitely see improvements there.
Absolutely.
If you were given another opportunity.
Absolutely.
Most definitely. And also, do the other branches or other offices have the same ways to distribute water and drinks and sodas and so forth and so on?
You know what? I can speak for our corporate office.
Sure.
They do not. It's just water fountain and vending machines and whatnot.
Gotcha.
As far as the other field offices, I can't speak because I haven't been to them all. So I
Gotcha.
apologize for that.
No, that's not a problem at all. But the ones you have been to, that's basically their situation.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, if there is something, so we have basically a Culligan. We are a water provider that we soften the water and make it taste better, and we take out all those bad chemicals that you don't get from tap water. And when we do that, we can do it in a couple different ways. We can actually make it more convenient for you because you don't have to worry about your water anymore. Once you set up with us, there are 2 different kinds of systems you can do, which is a cooler based, where we can come into you whenever you need water. We set you up with a scheduling time of, hey, we're going to put this cooler in here for this amount of money, and you can actually call toll free at any time and get extra water if, say for instance, you're really thirsty someday, you have an office party, something where you just use a lot of water, and we can provide that for you. And we also have a system where it just filters the water in-house or in your office. That is extremely convenient because you don't have to do anything but just have us come in and change the filter very rarely.
Would you happen to have any materials that you might be able to leave with me today so that I might be able to look those over?
I most definitely could get you some before I left today.
Okay, great.
And then, how are we feeling about this?
Well, I mean, it's to be quite honest with you, it's just water.
It is.
So I haven't thought about it. I mean, I can see the benefit in something of that nature as far as not having to go to the store and,
Sure.
and those types of things.
And when you say it's just water,
The one thing about it is, I did hire this new guy, and he is a runner. He
Okay.
just graduated from the University of Louisville, and he is a cross-country runner, so he drinks water like it's going out of style.
sure,
And I just can't keep the fridge stocked.
okay.
I mean, I might give it some consideration.
I can understand. And if we could provide you with the convenience of never having to restock because it's always there, that would be another benefit to you that you could put your mind at ease about.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I guess that's true.
Sure. And when it comes to, I mean, you're buying water all the time, do you know about how much that costs? Do you have water being bought and brought into your business?
Well, I mean, if you think about it, let's just say it's $4 a case.
Exactly.
So we're probably going through a case a week.
Okay.
So, I mean, if you put the pencil to the paper and,
Sure.
and figure it up, I mean, and I mean, I guess it adds up. I guess you're right.
Most definitely. It adds up, and not only does it take away from your profits in that regard, but as we said earlier, that if you have a person who goes out and get it, that could they be making a sales call,
Absolutely.
or hey, definitely be putting a trucker to an order,
Mhm.
and you could be doing so many more things when that little bit of time it takes to go to the store, if you do that every week,
How much time
that
does the
sales
person
person
spend
out,
doing
so you
so?
could put your people in better
Quantify
areas.
it.
All right, so you've got my attention there. So we've talked about savings.
Sure.
What's the cost? Because there's always a cost.
Most definitely, and there is. And so I can safely say that you are wanting the best price possible.
I mean, my job, my responsibility is to increase sales and lower cost.
So everyone worries about their bottom line.
Yeah.
What we would have here is with that extra material that I could leave with you, we could go through and say you could either get a different kind of system, whether you wanted to be having a cooler there where we could come give you a 5-gallon one whenever you'd be ready to go, or we could go ahead and put in the filtration system in-house so there's no cooler involved. And we do have the capacity to put an external system that will allow you to kind of bank water and let you, so you don't run out, and it actually lowers cost when you think about, because if you're filtering water, you're using electricity because that's what the machine does. But if you make your water and then it sits in our external thing, which you could put in a cabinet that would sit right beside, then you could actually save costs on that.
Yeah, I don't really have any cabinet space.
Okay. And if you don't, then you don't have to put in the extra external tank. You could just go with the thing there and say, okay, I don't have any external space. We could do the cooler one that would put it on top. Or with the other, it would basically just filter the waters whenever you wanted it.
Okay.
So,
So I do have a couple options.
most definitely, there are plenty of options.
Okay.
Which ones are best
Well,
for you?
I just, I'd really have to put the pen to the paper and just
Sure.
see. Is there something that we can do? Can I get on can I try it out
You
and
can
then make a decision? I
You
mean,
most definitely can. We have actually a 30-day guarantee that would allow
Oh, okay.
you, no matter if you loved it or hated it, we would come back with you in 30 days, even most likely within a week, and say, hey, how's your water going? Does it taste better? Do you drink more since it actually is better quality water? It would be a situation where once we got set up here today, you would then be put with an account manager who would take care of the rest of your needs.
Okay.
And like you said, if you tried it out and it just doesn't seem very good to you, 30 days, no muss, no fuss, money back guarantee, not a problem at all.
When can we do that? Can we try out?
You could start out with a system by the end of next week.
Okay.
Sure.
How do we proceed with that? I mean, what needs to take place?
What would happen is I would get all your information down, and then I would say, I would go in and we would put you in a CRM or a customer management system, and a customer relations management system, and then I would send that off and say, okay, I have Mr. Chalmers here, he would love to try out our system. We would get you set up with a particular system, and then you would give it a try.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, you know what? We don't own our office building.
Gotcha.
We rent
Sure.
from a property management facility. Is that
Right.
gonna be an issue?
That shouldn't be a problem at all. If we did the cooler system, we would just bring in the water and plug it into the nearest outlet.
Okay.
Or if you did the filtration system, all we would need to do is get into where that normal tap water comes from, and then we would be able to filter through our system as well. So it
Okay.
shouldn't be a problem at all.
Okay. All right.
So is there any reason why you think we should get started with Culligan water today?
I don't see why we couldn't, at least give it a 30-day trial period.
Sure.
I don't see why that wouldn't be, an issue. I mean,
How much?
Well, that'd be great.
if I don't like it, I can just call you and come take it out.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time here today.
sure.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Chalmers.
You too.
Yeah,
Thanks for coming
yeah,
by.
it's surprising, didn't tell them.